Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 10 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series season 5, hanging out with my Soul Forge and getting a bunch of corrupted fragments. The reason that I'm collecting all these guys is pretty simple. I want to get myself one of those nifty Vile Swords, which I can place the enchant on for the Soul Stealer, which will allow me to pretty much steal souls, which sounds like a good time. So I gotta do that. Let's see what we got here. I believe if I combine these guys like this, I get a corrupted ingot. So you have to cook up, as you saw, pure iron ore. You can't just throw iron ingots into the Soul Forge. You have to get your own ore, actually. So I should probably store this in here somewhere. You can go in there, buddy. Maybe a little bit extra even. And yeah, you get this nifty sword material that you can use here to make a sword. Corrupted ingots. Ooh, Vile Sword. The Vile Sword is the only sword that you can place the Soul Stealer enchant on. So cross your fingers that I get a decent enchant out of this machine here. Let's see. I'm going to throw 30 levels onto this guy, and we got Soul Stealer 4, Sharpness 4. Alright, I want a decent enchant. I think that's pretty much exactly what I got. Awesome. So now I can run around and kill Endermen and Creepers, because I have a Creeper shard and an Enderman shard. And every time I kill them, with Soul Stealer 4, I should get like 4 extra kills out of it. So that sounds pretty awesome. Also, I made a mistake last episode. The old version of Soul Shards required 200 kills per level of Soul Shard. This one actually has a slightly different system. It goes 64 to get to level 1, and then 128 to get to level 2, and then 256, 512, and 1024 to get to the next few levels, respectively. So, not bad. You can also see I upgraded a couple chests in here to gold chests. Not a bad plan, considering how much material I'm starting to collect. So, actually might want to grab a few more and just do one more chest, because there is one more that I need to do. So, got my weapons here. Dude, I'm starting to get a lot of items. I need to place them somewhere. What did I want to upgrade? This chest. Yes, he's getting awfully full as well. Nice and easy. Iron to gold chest upgrade. Boom. Now we have this awesome gold chest, which stores that much more material. Love it. Alright, what else do we want to get to today? Well, I think it's time to start working on some red power stuff. Lots of machines I want to work on from red power, so we're going to want to move that along rather quickly. What else should I work on? Oh, all kinds of stuff. So why don't I get situated, get a couple little pieces of farming going. You can see I did some mining between last episode and this one, which is why I have all this ore that's being processed at the moment. Might even want to throw my silver ore that was temporarily in here, and some iron, why not? Let the pulverizer take care of that. You can see everything is running at full speed thanks to my redstone energy conduit up here and the cell that's storing all the energy for me. Excellent. Tons of storage. Magmatic engines could run if I needed them to, but I do need a little bit more lava. Should probably get that system up and running at some point too. But like I said, I think today is going to be red power. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright guys, so one of the things I want to get made early on is the following. If I just get myself a stack of string and about 8 sticks, I should be able to get myself 8 canvas. And putting canvas in a circle like this, or a square if you will, gets me a canvas bag, another red power 2 item, which is awesome. This bag is basically a little chest that you can carry around, and this is going to be my tools chest. So any tools or items that I don't need to be carrying around with me at all times, like pretty much all this stuff, can go in this chest or bag. Awesome, right? I do want to keep my soul shards on me as I encounter creepers and endermen, and when it's nighttime, I'll make sure to pull out that soul stealer weapon so I can make sure to run around and kill guys with that. Should be a good time, and I'll definitely show you how that works in a bit. Cool. So let's start working on, like I said, just a bit more cool stuff from red power. I think I'm going to need a few things here. So what do I need to get started? First off, I want to get a little bit more wood. That'll do. Just need a few more torches to top myself off. Alright, so I want to get, first off, an alloy furnace. To get one of those, I'm just going to need some bricks. Alright, I should be able to handle 8 bricks. How am I for clay? I think I have it in my fancy blocks chest. Oh yeah, plenty. So for 8 blocks, well, I might as well cook up a bunch because I'm eventually going to want a blue electric alloy furnace. So I'll cook up all the clay I've got, just toss it into one of my powered furnaces here. That ought to do well. And while that's cooking, I'm going to kind of plan where I want this area to be. So if this is going to be my industrial craft machining room area, I'll probably have a few industrial craft type blocks here, right? And this will be the way that leads down into my basement. Cool. So might have some more buildcraft machines running all the way along here. That could include forestry stuff, that could include thermal expansion, buildcraft, kind of any machine that I need that requires buildcraft power can kind of go along there. So I'm thinking my red power machines could go here. At least at the very beginning, I'll have a battery box. So let's get one of those going. Battery boxes store red power 2 energy, and for that I'm going to need a bunch of nickelite and just a little bit of copper and tin. Cool. And I might even want to use my project table for this. I might even want some more project tables. Might not be a bad idea. But let's go ahead and get a battery recipe taught to this little thing. It is copper and tin like this. Yeah, it is. Write that. Cool. 4 of these batteries are going to be required for my bat box. So that is the first step. I'm going to need the blue electric alloy furnace, like I said, but for now just an alloy furnace will do, because I need some materials that I can't quite yet make. So how are we doing for the brick? Got enough for 4. How about I come back after the bricks are cooked, and we'll get working. And there we go, we're ready to rock. Let's get the bricks and make our first alloy furnace. Cool. This guy can go here for now, temporarily placing in him. What I want to cook up first is going to require a bit of silver. I'm also going to need some coal. Let's get about 8 of those. Probably a bunch of nickelite and some silver. Gotta have some silver here, good. And we'll probably also need some sand. That'll do. So the first thing I want to make requires 8 coal and 8 sand. And the alloy furnace requires some coal to run early on. We'll get a blue electric one, like I said, that runs on electricity, but we need to start making some items before we can do that. Now this gives me a silicon boule, which is nice. I'm also going to throw some silver and some nickelite in here. Now I'm actually going to throw 2 stacks of nickelite in because we need 1 silver and 4 nickelite to create a blue alloy ingot. Cool. This is used in a bunch of recipes and for wiring and a bunch of other important stuff. I'm going to need a good amount of it, so that's why I'm creating half a stack. Next, I'm going to need a couple diamonds. You can see I'm doing pretty well on diamonds. I'm pretty excited. Found a couple nodes while mining between the last couple episodes, and I now have a decent amount of diamonds. Not a lot by any stretch of the imagination, but decent amount. And I'm going to use those 2 diamonds to make a diamond handsaw. Now there's actually a bunch of different saws you can make, but I usually jump straight into the diamond one. You can see there's iron and some ruby and sapphire and that kind of stuff, and the diamond one is the best one. It has the most durability and it can cut the most items. In order to cut your silicon boule, you must use a diamond handsaw. The other ones are not strong enough. But with our silicon boule and our diamond handsaw, we get some silicon wafers. Excellent. Now I'm going to want to convert those guys also into some blue silicon wafers, which is pretty easy to do. Just gotta steal my silver out of here after the last bit of it cooks up. That's enough. And I'll throw these silicon wafers in. And what these guys do is they're used for a bunch of different things, actually. But right now, my main focus is going to be some solar panels. So let's check out the recipes that we can make blue doped wafers. Gives us solar panels. It also gives us the thermopile, which is another way of creating energy using lava and water. And it's also used for a light sensor, which I might use eventually. We'll see. So I'll be back after all this good stuff cooks up. Maybe real quick before I finish letting that cook, I'll make for myself this guy with some iron and the batteries that I made. And finally a piece of wood on top. gets me that battery box that I told you guys about. Awesome. And how about that alloy furnace that runs on bluetricity? Okay, I need some more bricks. They should be cooking. I'll be back, like I said, in just a few moments. Alright guys, I decided to take advantage of the nighttime here. I've got a creeper with 10 and a soul shard with enderman with 4. And I'm staring at this enderman in the distance here. Let's get him to come here and die. Come on over, buddy. Here he comes. He's sneaking up on me. Nice. 2 hitting a creeper with the sword. Awesome. I'll get this enderman, don't worry. Where's he going? The thames are much better for endermen. Dude, they teleport all over the place. Such a cheater. Got him. Alright, how'd I do? Ooh, 9 enderman kills and 15. So I get 5 kills per death with this sword. Now, he obviously doesn't last too long, but, you know, long enough. Did a good job. How about I go hunt down some more creepers and some endermen, and I'll be back in a few. Alright, now that it's daytime again, I got just a few souls trapped in those soul shards while it was night, which is cool. Got up to 30 creepers. Oh, I'm halfway to creeper spawner almost. Making myself a pair of solar panels. These guys will generate electricity from the sunlight and allow me to store it in my bat box. Now, there is one other thing I need, and I'm going to need a lot of it eventually, so I should really start looking into getting more. I don't think I even have enough. I have plenty of string, though, so this will help get me some wool. String, luckily, I can grow from those flax seeds and stuff. That's nice. 3 blue alloy ingots and wool, for now, temporary recipe, gets us a blue alloy wire. There will be rubber eventually in red power, just, you know, eventually. Alright, so where to from here? Probably going to want to do the following. Let's go outside. Cool. And I'm thinking I might want to have my battery box be right here. That'll make it accessible from the inside of my house. And then I can just run some blue alloy wire up the ceiling. Should look nice. And up here, I'll connect my solar panels. The cool thing about most Red Power 2 items is that they conduct electricity through themselves as well as to other things. So these 2 solar panels here will both create electricity and send it down the wire. This one sends the electricity he creates straight over to this one, and this one will send both sets of electricity down the wire. So no need to run wire to both your solar panels. Cool. And if we look inside our battery box, we should start to see a little bit of power getting stored in the internal charge level. And then over here on the left is the buffer of electricity. So as that thing charges up, once it has enough electricity, it'll start storing any excess inside its buffer, which is cool. My blue electric furnace is cooking up a bunch of blue alloy. Excellent. Use as much of that as possible. And I'll break this guy for now. How am I for bricks? Oh yeah, I think I got enough here. Beautiful. I think I'll just need 2 pieces of iron to make this a reality. I like the blue electric alloy furnace better than the regular alloy furnace because it runs on sunlight instead of coal. So I'm going to wait to place this down. Basically what's going to happen is, like I said, the internal battery box will fill up. Now most Red Power 2 machines and blocks will kind of store electricity and share their electricity with each other, and they'll also try and balance their electricity. So let's see what happens. Once this battery box fills up here and gets into the green, I think once it gets about halfway through the green level, it'll start storing any excess power. You'll see this arrow light up and point over to the right, and any excess power will get stored in the battery box. You can also place batteries in these slots here, top to charge and bottom to discharge. So we should start having some battery charging. There we go. It lit up. It's now storing some electricity in here. I'm going to slap down this blue electric alloy furnace, and you'll see he'll start to balance out his power. Now, the left side is the internal buffer, and you can see they're balancing right now. And the right side tells you whether or not you have enough electricity inside the blue electric alloy furnace to actually do any operations. Don't worry, the whole system will balance out. Just give it a few minutes. Yep, there we go. It's pretty well balanced now. And any new electricity is going to go into here. Once this guy fills up to a decent amount, he'll start recharging again. And we've got our blue alloys, so I can get rid of this guy. Don't really need him anymore. Cool. That can go into my red power 2 chest, along with my alloy wire. Even throw the wool in there for now. Cool. Now let's look at potentially making a bit of a sorting system, because I do like to have sorting systems before I get too far into a series, because it allows me to keep a good line on what items I have and that kind of stuff. So I'll be back in just a few minutes once I figure out exactly what I want to put where and how I want to build this. Alright guys, so step 1, built some clearance underground, because this is where my sorting system is going to be. I'm going to be sorting everything under here and getting it straightly put upstairs. But before I do much there, I want to run over to my magic room, because I want to make an item that's going to help me tidy up this area a little bit. Ooh, bad guys. Nighttime. Right. Making a run for it. So I made a research discovery between last episode and this one. Let's get it out of my Thaumonomicon here. It is this cool guy, the Wand of Equal Trade, one of my favorites. I'm going to need a tool and 16 permutatio, which is the exchange guy. How am I for seeds at the moment? Because they are a good source of that. Looks like I have none, which is awesome. So, going to need a tool and going to need, I think, some silver. Has some of this exchange on it. Alright, so I need 8 silver. That's going to be a lot of metal going into the environment. That's not good. Let me see if I can track down some seeds and I'll be back. And with that, got some seeds. Went over to my wheat farm. Alright, so that, seeds, by the way, have 1 permutatio each. So, yeah, I'm going to be throwing a little bit of that leafy structure into the environment there in the form of bad stuff, but not much you can do. Gotta happen. So let's get 3 of you, and I'll grab one of my water shards and a gold nugget to get me a wand, because I'm definitely going to need a wand for this recipe. So, this, and this gets me a wand. And throw that in the table right there with the Vis shards. And I need 4 instrumentum, which comes from a tool. A good source of this is really just one of these guys. Let's see. A stone pickaxe has 4 of that. It has a little bit of other stuff as well, but, you know, like I said, not much you can do. How am I for... Yeah, stone pickaxe will be fine. Oh, you know what else I need, though? Water. Should probably throw this in there. Not used to having to manually refill this thing. It's a nuisance. Alright, so 16 seeds go in. And like I said, once it starts bubbling, there we go. And the stone pickaxe as well. So now we're boosting the table. Should give us everything we need to make our Wand of Equal Trade. This is one of my favorite tools from Thaumcraft. It's awesome. I don't mind telling you. It's gonna be used in just a moment in my basement to make things look a little fancier. So let's see down here. So right now I've got like all this material down here that's just ugly, like this gravel and stuff. If I shift right click on a material like the smooth stone, you'll see this little picture on the bottom by my health bar show up. That's now the target of this wand. And any smooth stone in my inventory will be used to exchange whatever I right click on in the world with smooth stone. So for example, if I right click on this gravel, ta-da! Poof. Nice. I think I can do it with this stuff. Yeah, I can. And I should have collected, probably went into my miner's backpack. Oh yeah, I got coal from it. Cool. I like that. Should even work on this dude. Nice. And I got some amber out of it. Very cool. So I can play with this just to make the walls look a little bit nicer. How cool is that? Like I said, one of my favorite tools. Excellent. So now that I've got these fancier looking walls down here, maybe even clean this area up a little bit. Yeah, I probably didn't want to do that. That was a mistake. So in order to switch it back, shift right click on the marble, and boom. Haha, cool. I like it. Alright, let's clean this stuff up. It's a little hard to do things in small scale, but it's totally a lot of fun. Alright, I will, like I said, come back in a moment, and we'll start playing around with this nifty stuff. Alright. Alright guys, I need to make myself something a little different. Well, not too different actually. It's called the Crescent Hammer. This guy is from Thermal Expansion, and it's the tool that you would use in Thermal Expansion if you didn't have a wrench from Buildcraft. And it does most of the other cool Thermal Expansion type stuff. What I'm actually going to do with this is, let's see, can I actually... If I rotate this guy here, rotate this guy here, can I drain liquid out of here? That's the question. I guess not. I didn't think I could drain liquid out of an engine. Nope, just generate power. Alright, let me do something real quick. I want to clear out all the lava inside these guys, because I want to move them. We're going to be relocating some things here. This is going to be my automatic processing facility. Basically, I'm going to process all the ores and all the mining materials and everything that comes down from what I'm going to have as an input chest up in the roof. It's going to make its way down here and get automatically pulverized and smelted and sorted into all the appropriate chests, and there'll be a whole bunch of cool stuff happening. I'm still sorting out exactly how I want to lay this out, but I think it'll look really nice when we're done with it. So for now, needed to move these engines because I actually have to relocate a few things. And the reason I made the Crescent Hammer is because shift clicking is not broken on the Crescent Hammer. It's just the Buildcraft wrench which needs to be fixed. And it probably will be in a nearby version. But for now, I need to shift click using the Crescent Hammer, and that should work. And it does. Excellent. Cool. So just relocating a few things, don't mind me. I'll be back in just a moment when I'm ready with what I need to do. Alright guys, back at my blue alloy furnace waiting for some of that power to dip. You can also see I took a trip to the nether and filled up some lava cans. Excellent. Got a pretty good plan right now, I think. Let's go see if we can execute it. First off, I'm going to need to cut up some more silicon wafers and cook them up into red alloy, red doped wafers. So you've already seen the blue doped, which is nickelite. Red doped comes from redstone. Cool. It's going to be used in a couple contraptions, but for now, let's run over here. How am I doing for glass? Actually, I cooked some. I need some. Should be in here. Cool. That's just been my storage chest for a while now. So I'm going to throw some glass in and get myself 6 machine frames. 6? That's right. And with that, I'm going to need 6 of these coils, and I know I'm going to need, let's see, pistons. 3 of them. So what am I making? I'm making the auto smelting and pulverizing system. So I'm going to need some pulverizers. These guys I'm going to need some flint and copper and the piston. And then I need some furnaces. And for them I'm just going to need copper and bricks. Alright, I should be able to pull most of that off and a little bit of redstone. How am I for bricks? Do I have to go hunting for clay? I may. Yeah, a little bit low, actually. Let me go get some clay. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, let's see. I've got some powered furnaces, and I've got this and this, right, for my pulverizers. Cool. Now, what else am I going to need here? I think I need some more pistons. For that, I'm going to need some more cobblestone, and probably a little bit more redstone going on. That shouldn't be a problem. And I'm also going to need my red doped wafers that I got earlier. And I should really look into getting some more project tables, because this one getting a little full. For now, 3 ought to do. And if I recall correctly, if I put some red doped wafers with some gold and some cobble, then I get this nifty thing called a filter. Filters are pretty useful in Red Power to do a lot of different things, but I'm going to upgrade these filters. I'm actually going to use them for sorting machines. Cool. Now the other thing I want to try and get is just a few more pistons. Oh, I need more iron, huh? Great. Need a few more pistons to get myself some relays, which are created with transposers. And all these blocks do different things, and they all have different nifty mechanics, and they're really cool. I'll go into like all of them throughout the series, but for now, just note that I'm making a few of these guys. Cool. Getting a little low on wood, which I definitely need because I need wood to make my relays. There we go. And transposers. And transposers can be used to make the relays. So we got relays here. Need a red doped wafer and a buffer. Ooh, yeah. Gotta make some buffers, huh? I think I can manage that. See, like I said, don't have enough room in this project table for much more than what I'm already doing. But I should be able to pull this off. Let's see. Buffers or something like that. Cool. Need some more wood. I should create a shortcut between my chest and my other room here. Okay. One more buffer. Thank you. So buffers, transposers, red doped wafers, and I think it's wood and cobble. There we go. Relays. They're going to be really useful. And finally, I need some copper and some tin. I'm thinking I want to do this much. Let's see. If I get... You need 3 copper and 1 tin. So if I get this much, it should be a perfect amount to get yourself some brass. And that's again in the blue electric alloy furnace. So this should get us a bunch of brass. Cool. That should get us about a stack, which will be a good start. So you can see down here I've laid out what I want my basic system to look like. Cool. I'm going to have my pulverizers here, here, and not there. Here. Okay. And they can be set up to accept their items from the bottom. And I want them to output everything to the top. Okay. Cool. Then I'm going to have powered furnaces right here. And they're going to set up to accept from the bottom and output to the top. So it'll kind of go straight like that. Nifty. Look at that. Should be good. And then on top here, what I want to do is have some pipes. I don't think I have... This should work though. At least for now. I might swap this out to gold pipes later just to make things look a little fancier in this room. And then from there, I'm going to have a relay. Now what relays do is, and I'm going to need my screwdriver. Do I have a screwdriver yet? I don't think I have a screwdriver yet. I better go make a screwdriver. That's important. Relays can eject items that land in them automatically into a pipe system. And I'm going to be building a tube system in just a moment here. So you've seen Buildcraft pipes. Red Power pneumatic tubes are similar but have different properties. Pipes and tubes both have different uses and different functionalities. They do a couple things differently than each other. And in this case, I'll be using Red Power pneumatic tubes. So I came up here to get a screwdriver, which is really easy to make. Stick and iron. Okay, I can pull that off. Oh, I had iron on me. Didn't even realize. Didn't have wood, though. Cool. Now what I'm probably going to wind up doing is getting started on this system and then coming back next episode to mess with it a little bit. But in the meantime, I've got some brass ingots, which are going to be really useful for me, because I can get my pneumatic tubes from brass ingots by putting them around glass, like that. Awesome. So a bunch of brass, a bunch of screwdrivers, perfect setup. So all I should have to do now is rotate this block using the screwdriver. Cool. And you can see the basic layout that I had set up here. So underneath one of these blocks somewhere is... Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Neat. I'm going to go with... There we go. So we basically want to be outputting our items into that chest right there. In order to do that, I just need to run some pneumatic tubes straight like this. Cool. And over to here. Now this is going to be an entire sorting system down here eventually, but it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get that work done, probably over the next episode or two. But before I wrap up here, I do want to rearrange this whole system. So remember I told you guys that if you break a redstone energy cell using the proper shift-click functionality of the hammer, you can see that it still holds a charge. Awesome. So it retains all its properties. Let's get this moved around a little bit. I'm probably going to need more of these redstone energy conduits. I think I drained my magmatic engines all the way, which is good. And I'm going to steal this magmatic engine too. Even though it has some lava in it, I'll go ahead and waste it. It's alright. I'll be alright. Let me go take care of that zombie. Get a couple things I'm going to need to do for this last part of this build before we wrap up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, here's how I think I want to lay this out. I'll have my engines in the floor here like this, and the conduits that they pump into right like that, and might even have some glass or something here just so I can kind of see how would this look. That doesn't look too bad. Not bad at all. Now I just need some liquid ducts underground here. And like I mentioned, I'll probably wind up having a different power system eventually down the line, but for now this will be a good start. Okay, and some smooth stone to make stuff look a little fancier. Perfect. Looking nice. Alright, so now all I should have to do is get that stuff running. I think the last thing I'm going to want is a nice little lever to control all these guys at once. And in order for that to work the way I want it to, why don't I get some redstone and copper and make my first bit of red alloy wiring. Some of my favorite stuff from Red Power. So I'll just get a little bit of you. So 1 copper, 4 redstone equals red alloy ingots, and 3 red alloy ingots will get us about a dozen of the red alloy wiring. So let's check that out. See, blue electric alloy furnace used for quite a lot. So 3 of these guys gets us red alloy wire. I'm just going to run them along the back here. So let's see what this looks like. I think if I have the lever here, it doesn't really matter where. Should be able to just run it like that. And from here, I'm thinking like this. That ought to do. And then we can have an on-off lever right here. Cool. So up on, down off. That'll work. Just got to get some lava going, which should be pretty easy, courtesy of my liquid transposer. And the crescent hammer to let the lava flow once again. Ta-da! Everything's running. Powering up, the redstone energy cell. And flip the lever, and that'll turn them all off. Perfect. I like it. Not great, but not bad. Alright, and I will clean this area up just a little bit, and I'll show you guys a neat way to cover up that wiring probably next episode. For now, I just want to run some conduit straight over from the output of this block, which I'm going to have actually behind it. So we'll have some conduit output along the back here. That'll work, right? Give the hammer a good hit to make sure it's outputting power. I'm probably going to want to run them straight over to here. And because we want everything well hidden, because I like to hide my wires, I don't usually like wires to be visible. I'm going to have like this. This should be enough, right? And with that, we should be filling up our internal buffers. Perfect. So now all I got to do is get some stuff into the pulverizers here, and it'll automatically start processing and dumping its contents up there. However, this is unfortunately a good wrapping up point for episode 10. But the good news is that now that we've hit the 10th episode, I'm going to upload my world, and you guys are able to now download it through the Feed the Beast mod pack launcher. Go ahead and feel free to give it a download, start messing around and having some fun with it. I do have to get a little bit more conduit here, which I'll probably do before I upload the world, just so that this guy is connected and nice looking. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed episode 10. Come back next time where I'll be probably putting a lot of work into my sorting system. Like I said, now that I've got this stuff going, where it's going to automatically process, pulverize, and cook, and then output any material I want directly into my ingots chest. There's probably going to be a little bit more work to be done there, but don't worry. Like I said, we'll get it all going. Alright guys, this is Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.